In a world that increasingly values adaptability and interpersonal skills, the art of mastering soft skills is not just an asset, but a necessity achievable at any stage in life. Today on Beyond Her Story, we are thrilled to welcome Prachee Mahambare, the visionary founder of PROFEX Institute. She has reinvented herself from a dedicated homemaker to a dynamic soft skills trainer and entrepreneur. Prachi's journey underscores the transformative power of continuous learning and the critical role of soft skills in achieving professional success. So let's get into this conversation and learn more about how soft skills are important for personal and professional growth. Welcome, Prachi, to Beyond Her Story on Wonder Woman Wednesday. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Sneha, for inviting me. It's absolute pleasure to be talking with you. Thank you so
Yeah, we
much.
have had so many women from all walks of life, and it's so good to talk to each one of you because every time there's a new learning.
Absolutely, because everyone has a different journey and it's a unique journey where the learnings
Yeah,
are also unique, right?
true, true. And your journey is a bit fascinating to me because, a gold medal in economics, research analyst, then you became a homemaker for 9 years, and now you're back with a bang as the founder. What do you think about this transition, and how is it that the soft skills has played an important role in your transition from a homemaker to a professional?
Okay, that was a big journey. Um, See, I'll tell you one thing. After being economic student, and then I was working, as you said that yes, I was working as a research analyst. Then I had to leave my job uh, for some reason, for personal reasons, and of course I did it very much willingly. But then after 9 years, and that's a big gap, and
Yes,
then when I decided to start all over again, it was not easy because the first question was, where would I work? I mean, see, 9 years is a decade's time. So by that
yeah,
time, everything changes. So,
correct.
and I was absolutely not confident at that time because see, there's like 9 years you have been taking care of your family only, and now again you are starting all over again. How would you start? Where did you start? And what should you do? So that
Yeah,
question kept coming. And then what happened? It just happened that I came across one billboard, okay, where it was written Soft Skill Institute. You would
okay.
not believe that I didn't know what soft skill and if somebody can make a career. Now I'm talking for like maybe it was 2011 or something. So
Okay,
that time definitely this was a not career path. I mean, I didn't know that this can also be
correct.
chosen as a part of my career. But then I mean something I said like okay, let's go to that institute and understand what soft skill is and if I can learn something. And then of course the journey started unknowingly. I mean, it was not planned at all. But then I thought like I'm so much interested in knowing about it, and more than that, it I understood one thing. I realized one thing that I knew this. In the sense, I always
Yeah,
wanted to do MBA, but for some reasons I could not do it. But that doesn't mean that I stopped reading about it. So I started reading on this self-help books. Then
yeah,
I started with Peter Drucker. Then I read Brian Tracy, not knowing that I would be using that in my career. So it was
yeah.
just out of interest I was reading it. And of course, there are many self-help books that I used to read, and I had one habit of writing notes, and
Oh,
that actually helped me a lot. Sometimes, our education system is such that it's like it tells you that if at all you're giving that exam, then only study for that thing. But just out of interest, when you
yeah,
study something, you never know when it would actually help you in your career. So I
yeah,
think, and
absolutely.
I absolutely believe that whatever you learn, definitely it is not a waste of time. You learn anything, you read anything, and that would help you in the long run. So yes, I became a soft skill trainer, and from a homemaker who was absolutely not confident, who didn't know how to present herself in front of managers and the people who are well qualified. and then stand in front of them, giving them the presentation, training them. It's a long journey, but I would say that it was absolutely fantastic, and I'm really happy about it.
Yeah, I think that's an amazing journey, Prachi. But like you said, self-help books and the other things which we normally think about, we don't give so much importance to it, thinking, okay, I like it, I'm reading it. But it definitely, definitely helps. Like you rightly said, even I'm, fond of reading these books. It helps me when I talk to people like you to pick something from
Yes.
somewhere and, present myself also. So I think that's a absolute right thing that you nailed. Oh, one more thing, Prachi, when you told me about that billboard, no, I was thinking of English and how Devi.
But it is actually the same.
Similar, right? Yeah, I could relate to it. Yeah. So
It
now you've been in this training industry for how many years, Prachi?
14 years.
14
14
years.
years.
Yeah, okay. So what are the most crucial soft skills that you believe that everyone should develop regardless of the industry?
I have been training managers. I have been training even the homemakers, MBA students. So I understood one thing. Okay, there are two things which are the foundation. Okay, one is your communication, and second is your emotional intelligence. These
Yeah.
are the two things which are absolutely important, irrespective of which industry you're working in, or irrespective of your profession, your industry, designation. You must know these two skills.
Yeah.
Now, I'm saying communication because you might have a lot of ideas in your mind, but then unless you can articulate it well, present it in front of people, you will not get your due credit. Let me be very
Yes.
frank with it.
Yeah.
So, and not everyone is born with that skill, but that doesn't mean that cannot improve, you cannot enhance this. You can definitely enhance communication skill. You can take the guidance of the professionals, and that would really help you enhance communication skills. So you take anything like conflict management for that reason, or maybe relationship management. Everything starts with communication.
Yeah,
um,
absolutely.
and the foundation of communication is again listening skills.
Okay.
You'd have to be a good communicator, and before that you'd have to be a good listener. So these are the two skills. Emotional intelligence, why I said so, because emotional intelligence talks about self-awareness. It's
Yeah.
knowing yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, what annoys you, why do you get frustrated, what is the reason, what that you don't like, some things you don't like, some things you like. I mean, these things are about your self awareness. How much you are self aware about your own emotions. Then comes your relationship management, your social awareness. When you are aware of your own emotions, it is very easy for you to understand other people's emotions as well.
Very
Accordingly, you can guide them, you can talk with them, and there will not be any misunderstanding. See, once you have the clarity of thoughts, it
Yeah,
is rare that you will have a misunderstanding. My intention
correct.
has to be clear. Thoughts actually come. Thoughts, actions. So when my thoughts are clear, my actions will be clear. My communication will be clear. So all these things, when you learn emotional intelligence, you understand yourself very well. That gives you the clarity of thoughts, which is very important in relationship management, conflict management, problem solving, everything. So that is why I said that these two skills are must as long as your soft skills are concerned.
Okay. I think, like you said, those are the foundation, right? Like once you have them, then I think any other soft skill would be definitely, yeah. Okay. So, how do soft skills actually influence personal and professional growth? And why should they be cultivated continuously? See, learning something is one thing, but then you have to keep up with it at some point of time, right? So why do you, or how does it help people in professional and personal life? You spoke about communication skills, but there are a lot of other soft skills as well, right? So how do these help people in their personal and professional journey?
So let me just define soft skills first. Soft skill talk about behavior, okay, and behavioral changes are not easy, Even though they are not impossible, I would say it is not very easy. So as you said that yes, it has to be cultivated continuously. You have to work on it continuously. It doesn't happen
Correct.
overnight. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's be very clear about it. But secondly, how does it affect your professional and personal life? Very much, very much. I'm telling you from my experience. Because the moment you understand what is like, the moment you understand the communication or problem solving skills, decision making. See, there are many decisions at personal level as well as professional levels wherein we get stuck and then we
Yeah.
don't know what to do. So when you know this answers to those questions, what should I do? That is at an emotional level also, because see, everything goes when it comes to the decision, again at the emotional level you are stuck. See, other things can be managed, but the first thing that you have to manage is your emotions, and then the other things fall in place. So that is what I think I would say, that professionally also, personally also, when you know how to respond to the situations that are coming along, then it would be easier for you to make decisions, solve the problems, or manage your team. So all those things can be solved with that one thing. So that is why soft skills are very important. Professional growth, though, definitely, and in personal life too. You can make the decisions properly. Leadership. When I talk about leadership as well, see, all
Yeah.
this come under leadership. You say conflict management, you say time management, everything. Time management needs a lot of discipline, and
Yeah.
discipline needs a lot of energy, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely needs energy, because you decide
Yeah.
something, but then continually doing that needs energy, determination, everything. Self motivation is needed. So, all these things are very important, and that you can learn in soft skills. So see, your
Okay.
lifestyle can change at a personal level, and at professional level you know how to handle difficult interaction or how to handle the conflicts that are coming up.
Okay. I think one thing I learned from this is that everything is interconnected. Like,
Yes,
all the soft skills, if you are able to learn about each one of them, then I think you will grow as a person in your personal life as well as your professional life.
yes. And when you say continually, I would
Yeah.
say it should start from school age.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that is the future workforce,
Correct. Yeah.
right? So I always feel that it should start at a very young age. Nowadays
Yeah.
the schools
Absolutely.
have started introducing soft skill. Once I said that emotional intelligence, in one word, I can say they are sanskars.
Okay.
So, how emotionally you are balanced and how do you respond to the situation? Uh,
Yeah.
so, I think it starts at a very young age and should start at a very young age.
Yeah. That's very true. So now coming to your Profex, right? So let's
Yes.
talk a bit
My
more
baby,
about
I
that.
would say.
Yeah, your baby. Let's talk a bit more about that. So how does Profex design its courses to meet the? Uh, I know you take trainings not just in India but abroad as well. So how do you design the courses to meet the global demand for a skilled workforce? And I think you've spoken a bit about the courses that you conduct, but maybe a bit, little more in what are the things that people normally ask you in terms of soft skill training.
First is communication. They always ask me for that. And
Okay.
communication, I divided into two. One is sometimes they struggle with the language, that is
Yeah.
English, because that's a
Yeah.
business language. So, definitely we work on their language as well. And the second is the content part of it. Sometimes people struggle with what to say.
Yeah.
They don't understand कि बोलना क्या है, what to say. So that is the content part. And one part is, now I have the content, how to express that. So
Yeah.
these are the two different things. So we work on their content part, is like what to say, how to say, why to say.
Okay.
So all these things come under communication. So we have the basic communication, then we have advanced, and we have business communication, we have public speaking, presentation skills. So all those things are absolutely important. We work on their body language, how you stand, how you talk, the words that they choose. So all those things come under that. Apart from that, of course, like personality development. I'll
Okay.
take one example of it. Most of the time, the women come, as I had taken a break, many women take a break,
Yeah.
3, 4 years, and the same problem that now I'm not confident to start my career
Correct.
all over again. I don't know how I am going to, crack the interview, and I don't have the confidence. So the same thing. So we work on that as well. So we
Yeah.
have special women's batch wherein those who want to start their career all over again. So we do guide them how to have. Of course, they all have a good personality. Only thing is that the confidence is lacking. So we tell them some tricks and techniques how they can be confident and present themselves in the front of corporate world. So the
Mm.
global demand, if you ask, actually it's the same because more or less everyone goes through that phase where they feel low, not so
Yeah.
confident. Nobody is motivating me. That is a very common complaint.
Correct.
How to overcome all those things? Sometimes they are stuck with some family problems. They want to come out of it. They want to just start their career, leaving behind certain things, maybe some traumas. So we do help them in that as well. So
Okay.
these are the things that we definitely consider, and obviously their requirement, what their objective is, why they want to join our class, everything is considered. So that is how we
Okay.
design the courses. We have different courses for different requirements.
Okay. So I think you understand what they want and then suggest what are the different soft skills that they
Yes.
can take up, right?
So that is called need analysis. So we do the need
Okay.
analysis because I'll tell you one thing: every industry has a different kind of communication that is demanded.
Yeah.
See, salesperson has a different kind of a communication skills that he needs, or maybe manufacturing is different. IT it is
Yeah.
different.
Correct.
Then because they have to talk to their international client. So
Yeah.
every industry demands different kind of communication. So what we do is we actually design the role plays in such a way that would help them. Even the case studies accordingly we design so that it
Yeah.
would be related to their profession.
Okay. So, Prachi, I mean, looking at your journey from being a homemaker to starting Profex, I'm sure it wouldn't have been easy at all, right? I mean, though you would have done the soft skill training to take up this big leap of creating your own brand and your own organization, it's not easy. So, what are the challenges that you faced while establishing your brand, and any tips on how you overcame them so that it'll help our viewers?
Okay. I think all the mothers are going to relate to the problems that I'm going to tell you and share with you. When I started ProFex, my children were very young, so definitely at personal level, you have a different struggle.
Yeah.
Uh, then the second one, if you ask me about the professional one, yes, I didn't know how to do marketing. That was because, see, when I started my journey, I absolutely had no idea, in the sense, how to market and how to. Now digital marketing and all, you actually see it now. But back in 2015, when I started Profex, that time I didn't know. There were very limited ways in which we could market our services. And secondly, finance also, because I I actually struggled with it in the sense how to manage. In the beginning,
Yeah.
for 6 months, after 6 months, because I started in April, I still remember. By the time it was October, I decided to close it. I thought,
Mm.
like, it's not happening, so let's close it. I told my family members also that let's close it. I'm not able to do it. So what my husband said, okay, we will wait till December and then we will close it. That's what he said. And in November, I got one corporate training, which kept me again going. Then I got few
Okay.
admissions. Then I thought, okay, not this December, we will close it in next December. So I understood one thing, that you have to keep going. Uh, these setbacks are going to come, and it actually, for first 3 years, every December, 31st December was my last day. First 3 years, but then um, no. Actually, the moment I used to decide that no, I'm not going to do it anymore because it's not happening the way I want to, and then there will be 4 or 5 people coming in and saying like, we want to learn these skills. And said, okay, this is the last batch. This is the last battle. So, but then, so I understood one thing, that we should keep going. So
Yeah,
that's in your control. And I kept going. Of course, the family members definitely play a very important role in all these things. But then, yeah, and I kept going. Many obstacles came. In the sense, like in the beginning, you're also learning. So
yeah,
there will be some people who might come with different kind of expectations, and then how to do it. Sometimes there are many problems in the sense, like how we are going to, what will be the syllabus for them. So in the beginning, I struggled a lot, but then I think 1 or 2 years down the line, it was all fine. So
yeah.
I think like consistency is the key.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of things that you said, like you rightly said, will relate with a lot of women. Even now, I think there are a lot of women entrepreneurs who are struggling with finances, managing finances, digital marketing. I think that's again a ongoing learning process because you try and figure out something, then you have some new thing coming up. So algorithms change, social media changes. So
Yes.
you have to just constantly keep up to it,
You
right?
have to be techno savvy.
Yeah, no
Yes.
choice nowadays.
Yes, very true.
Yeah. So let's say for someone who's looking to improve their soft skills, what are the first steps that you would recommend, Prachi?
Um, First, understand your strengths, understand your weaknesses, and ask, why do I want to do this? Because once you know your answer to the question why, how is easy.
Okay.
Because why gives you the objective. Okay, this is my objective. Be very clear about your objective. Why am I learning this? Once that is done, then how is easy? Like there are multiple ways to do it. So the first
Yeah.
is, ask yourself why, find the answers. Secondly, know your strengths, because most of the time we actually spend time in thinking about our weaknesses.
Yeah.
So that should not happen. Concentrate on strength, make them much stronger, and then work on weaknesses. I'm not saying that you should not work on your weaknesses, but at the same time, because I'll tell you, definitely I'd like to share that with you, that whenever I tell or ask the students, MBA student, or even for that reason, the managers as well, so quickly tell me 3 strengths and 3 weaknesses of yours. They keep thinking. And if I ask them, so what are the strengths and weaknesses of your friend? They will tell you. Within
Yeah.
a second, they will tell you.
Correct.
Because most of the time we think about others, we discuss others, but then I would say what is more important is focus on yourself, because I believe that where your attention goes, your energy flows there. So if
Correct.
your attention is on yourself, your improvement, you know yourself very well, then that absolutely helps. So the second step would be knowing yourself. Very important. And thirdly, see, I understand when you join such courses, you have to manage your time.
Yeah.
It's not easy because you are busy the whole day. So that taking out that 1 hour is also very difficult. But then I would say, if at all you want to make some changes in yourself, because see, all these classes, what do? They're facilitators. They facilitate the process, they accelerate the process. So it is good to have a professional guidance so that the things happen quickly. You can do it on your own. Everything is available on YouTube. Then why do I need somebody? Because they actually facilitate and accelerate the process much faster
Yeah.
than you think. So that is why look for some professional guidance. If you think that there is something lacking in me, start working on it today itself. Don't wait for tomorrow. That's what I would say.
Wow, I think this has been an amazing conversation, Prachi. Like we covered a lot of things, especially the problems that women face, the challenges that everyone goes through. I think you definitely nailed it the way you presented it. So thank you for such an amazing conversation. And when we think about it, we normally don't give so much importance to soft skill and all. Like people will give suggestions, try talking in front of a mirror, it'll work. And a lot of people would rather spend time. I'm not saying that those don't work, But like you rightly said, if you go to an expert, I think it accelerates the process. And definitely, there are a lot of things that people can learn
Yes,
in addition to what you see on the internet.
absolutely. No, you can
Yeah,
learn it. The only you should focus. Focus is very important. And we know all the ways to lose weight. Why do we
yeah,
go to gym? Because we need somebody monitoring me, the
yeah,
posture,
yeah,
how working out, so everything. So the same thing happens here.
yeah.
With professional guidance, it actually happens much faster.
True.
Yes,
So, Prachi, I think there are a lot of people who may want to get in touch with you. So, we will leave the link to your website, PROFEX,
yes,
in the
yeah,
description,
yes.
and people can get in touch with you for their training needs.
Yes, sure, because we are online, we are there on online and offline as well.
Awesome. Yeah.
So thank you so much, Sneha. It was great talking with you as usual, I would say. Thank you so much for inviting me. And thank you so much,
Thank you.
viewers, for listening to me. Yes.
Thank you so much for being a part of this podcast, Prachi, because our idea is one is to share women's journey because, like you rightly said, every journey, I think there are a lot of people who resonate with the journeys of the women who are sharing it, right? So, and from your journey, there were a lot of takeaways on how there are a lot of people who have been homemakers for a long time who want to do something but hesitate to take that step. So, I think this will definitely, empower women and encourage them that, yeah, it is possible to start something even after long breaks.
Yes,
And you should just take that leap of faith and, move towards it.
sure. Absolutely true, Sneha. Yes, very
Yeah.
true.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prachi, for this
Thank,
wonderful conversation.
thank you so much.